and welcome to the Dugout. It is Dugout time or 20 minutes past Dugout time. But as always, we have an excuse for being late.
Yeah.
Today, the reason is Shashwat. Because he came up with a rubbish topic to discuss. Partly aided by Siddharth, who did not come up with a topic. And also then Shashwat wanted us to discuss about Hanuman Kind and Diljit Dosanjh and Chola Bhaturas, and which I said no way can we have a Dugout on rap music or
Indeed.
he was saying that.
I know.
Yeah,
It's rubbish. That's so rubbish.
He was discussing with Pawan कि आज उस पे कर लेते हैं यार rap पे.
There is one rap that happens in the morning. That's all. Nothing
Morning
else.
That has been preponed nowadays.
There is no word called prepone.
Yeah, that's why I
Pushed
thought
forward.
Pushed forward
Yes.
for a few days because of the Afghanistan and New Zealand series. That is not happening, but it's been pushed forward.
I will
Very
still,
good.
Yeah,
I will still be part of history.
yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I'll be. After 26 years, you're going to see a match where no toss has happened, no ball has been bowled.
There's not been a test match like that.
Since 26.
26 years. Last it happened was India, New Zealand. Carisbrooke, Dunedin.
And tomorrow rain is expected.
Yeah, it's just
It's
a
a
mere
red alert.
formality. It's a mere formality. They'll come in at 8, see it, it's still raining, call off.
Sidvi sir has definitely been part of history because you were also part of that. The washroom, they were cleaning stuff in the washroom.
Oh God, don't
So a
even.
lot happened with you, but then
He was
that's
not
why-
part of it, he
He
witnessed it.
witnessed
Witnessed
it.
Being part of it meaning he ensured
No,
that
no.
the dishes are being cleaned.
Oh.
He witnessed it. That's why he's again like
Please,
always, again in demand.
I've got a. I don't want to get an upset stomach, please.
What do you mean he's in demand?
Again, like always, people from all the departments have wanted to do on a story on this specific topic because it's not about just cricket, right? Other things are also. So everyone knows that he's the man on ground these days.
They
So
want
are
our
coming with
footage.
And
footage.
others will end up doing it better than us. Somehow or the other.
Not really.
No, I wouldn't blame him for that.
I'm not blaming him.
Because
I'm
he-
blaming us collectively.
No, but we were the first ones to do it.
First ones we are
Yeah.
always.
So somebody else has that liberty of time also. Na?
I mean, you're talking about turnaround time. Their turnaround time, who we are referring to, they're abysmal. They have been called out for years.
We should not give so many details,
Yeah,
otherwise they'll
exactly.
know whom we're talking about.
No, they won't know.
Okay, then it's fine.
I didn't mention the name.
No, I too anyways I don't know them. It's you who has a
You don't know anybody, he knows everybody.
Yeah. I don't know many people. In the
Yet
office.
you managed to get tickets, others don't.
That's a different topic.
Diljit Dosanjh tickets,
Yes.
which he doesn't want to see. And it is absolutely shameful that he has got it and it's a concert that he doesn't want to see. There are his colleagues who are big diehard fans who want to see and he's not giving them.
No.
I can't think of a more heartless
You're stone-hearted.
action than this.
No, I too had it when they had the first. So basically, it was like a specific card holders were getting it a few days before that. So I got it then only. I wasn't one of them who bought it today.
If you've got it, doesn't matter how, what,
Yeah.
when. You got it, give it to a diehard fan. He will remember you for the rest of his
Yeah,
life.
definitely. But the only problem here is that I'm not the one who's like, who's making this decision. I have a friend who's a diehard fan.
So he
wants
can
me
go,
to.
you can give your ticket to.
So he won't go alone, na. That's the whole thing. So I'm just going for as.
Why don't you say that I will send you with better company than yourself?
I'm not sure.
That is a
about
different
that.
topic, isn't
Yeah,
it,
that's a
Shashwat?
different topic.
Okay.
I sympathize with him on that.
But you're going for a concert too.
I have not got tickets.
But once you do,
Then I will go for my daughter. I'll go.
where? Which concert?
Dua Lipa.
Yeah, 30th April.
Eh?
Sorry, 30th September.
Oh.
30th September.
If I get tickets, I'll
Bombay.
take her. One day, just go, show it, and come back. If I get tickets, you will arrange.
No. I know. I only told you who can arrange it.
Achha.
My Mom Maya, I have got totally out of this. No Mom Maya, all this. No
You do not
concerts.
have taste for finer things in life, like good food. You do
Why-
not appreciate it.
Yeah,
It is-
That is the only
By the
place
way,
where I don't agree with you.
yesterday you were all his diet. He keeps saying he headed out from here, and I got a report. hit it out with an ice cream in his hand.
Dude, it would have been this ice cream,
This,
low calorie.
yeah, that.
Whatever it is.
No, that he can have.
I mean, that was my first thing that I had. After the report that came from the stadium, I didn't touch a thing in the stadium. So that's why. Felt very weak.
Yeah, you deserve it, sir, after such long.
By the way, how well is the Indian hockey team playing? Yeah.
They have been the best team by miles in Asia.
Sir Punch, 200 goals he's had now.
Forget that. In the recent past, Malaysia was your Achilles heel. Japan was your banana peel game.
Yep.
And Korea was Kaante ki takkar. You have see the margins with which India is
8-1, 5-1, 3-1.
Indian hockey has really moved up. Now you can safely say, after about 3 decades or even more of being the also rans, Indian hockey can now safely say they're in the top 3-4 countries in the world.
Yep.
And that is really heartening. So your medal is just not a one-off. Now you got 2 Olympic medals, but in general, seeing the difference in Asia itself, you are now clearly the best Asian team.
Yes.
Pakistan hockey is not the same as it used to be. Korea has now had a bit of a slump, and the ones that would trouble you on and off, like Malaysia and all, you've gone far ahead of them.
Yep.
So Indian hockey, really, it is truly a resurgence of Indian hockey, and my heart swells with pride to see that.
Yes.
Because quite frankly, I grew up listening to stories of Indian hockey. As with most of our cases, my grandfather used to play hockey, my father played hockey because that was the number one sport in their times. That's the sport they went to, right?
At least
like cricket,
you were born in a generation that at least witnessed a hockey gold.
Yes, but even then, that took the shine out because the game was, many people did not participate.
Yes, the Western nations had boycotted
Correct.
it.
So that 80 Olympiad wasn't, the Olympic Games that or did not have that prestige attached to it. But I'm saying, listening to the stories where you were the best, finally now, those glory days, and I'm not saying as a one-off, consistently now there's been a good 5-6 year period where you've been top notch. So well done, yeah.
Yeah, I hope they carry this forward to the Pro League. That is your acid test now. The
Yeah,
Pro
but
League.
all I'm saying is, I agree, but all I'm saying is, see, you could win a Pro League or lose, but
in general.
in general, from being an also rans, now you're on the top echelons of it. You are there. You could win, you could lose, but you are now a team that any match you go into, even the best are going to fear you. And you'll be a title contender wherever you participate.
And that's why also I feel that people have started showing more and more interest in the game in general also. And that's why again and again about other sports also, this is what I say, once you start getting those results, I feel people will automatically start joining.
I only have one advice for anyone who's watching. If you haven't seen a live international hockey game, you must go and see it. And I'll say it as I'm a big football fan. But and I've seen the best football teams in the world play live, whether at the international or the club level, live. But dare I say, and I've been lucky enough to see the likes of Iniesta, Xavi, Messi, all of them in flesh and blood play live. As exciting as they are to watch, a hockey game is so much more faster and exciting. That's why I tell people the differences, and that's why I'm happy about hockey, and I want everyone to go and see. You will get a chance. There'll be hockey matches in India too. Whenever there is a chance, or if it's around it. For cricket matches, you guys travel to different cities. Whenever there's a hockey match, whether it's in Odisha, in Delhi, wherever, please go and see it. Because in cricket, if the match is happening, even if it's a T20 game, you can be on your phone. You can do this, then thoda look up, see a ball, then be on the phone. In football, also in the middle, when the game kind of settle down, you can be there. And then you'll hear a bit of noise, the attack is building, you can put it down and you can see. In hockey, boss.
It never meanders away.
Because An attack here in 20 seconds can be an attack there, can be, and goal scoring.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is so fast,
It is.
so frantic. The pace.
Same
In
for
hockey,
table.
even in the last 30 seconds, you're on your toe if you're just trailing by one goal.
Yes.
That's not the case in football. It just shows how high intensity and how fast.
I mean, India could have equalized
exactly.
against Germany with
Yeah.
8 seconds to go.
Yes, yes.
They had two
Just
opportunities.
went over.
Yes,
in the
went
last
over.
20 seconds only they created
Yeah.
two opportunities.
The last one though was he should have
Yeah.
scored from there.
India failed to qualify for 2008 with 30 seconds to
Yeah.
go against Poland. Dhanraj Pillai states.
They failed to qualify, or was that for a medal?
They failed to qualify.
No. That
Medal
was
also once.
2000.
8. The Olympics where it didn't qualify.
No, sir. That was 2000 or 2004, not 8. Not 8.
They qualified in 2000 and 2004.
Yes. So the Poland was in the Olympics where they could have made the
Yeah.
They would have won the
semi-final.
medal. Yeah, exactly.
No, they would have
No.
played the semis.
Yeah.
Semis. They
That
lost
was-
in the quarters.
They lost. They
That was-
conceded a goal in the last 10 seconds.
Ten
That was,
seconds, yeah.
Sydney 2000, if I'm not mistaken.
Sydney 2000.
I'll just tell you.
2008 they failed to qualify for the very first time in their history. So that was yeah.
Which they didn't qualify. That's separate.
That's separate.
That was 2000.
2000,
Sydney 2000. India just needed to beat Poland,
Poland.
and Poland is not a top team.
Yeah.
It was a Dhanraj Pillai team. I still remember. Last
30
minute or
seconds,
so,
yeah.
you concede. Poland does 1-1. You don't make the semis.
Yeah, you don't make
Otherwise, there was no quarters that time. There was straight semis. You would have played the semis. One win away from a gold medal match. Even if you had lost, you would have played a bronze medal.
The same is true for TT.
Yeah.
Table tennis is
same.
brilliant to watch.
As smaller as it gets,
It is.
as far as the density
But
and
can
the
I-
size of the court or the field is concerned, I think the intensity automatically increases.
But no, nothing is a patch on on hockey.
Okay, yeah.
Even TT is fun, but all I'm saying is when TT is happening, there's one table and multiple tables. Action is happening. The ball is small. It's not. See the size, the magnitude of a hockey pitch when you're sitting. It's big. 11 players against 11. You're seeing them. You see those runs, athleticism, pace, passes, the skill of penalty corners. The the ball moving at a lightning speed. All that, it's the whole spectacle. Please watch a live hockey game. You'll love it.
And India has got, there is a lot of reasons because in the Olympics also, two teams that beat you, they had to play out of their skin to beat you.
Yeah.
No, this was India's best chance for a gold medal.
Yes.
If not a gold, India
Silver.
should have won a silver. They needed to beat Germany. They were the better team. In fact, I was looking at some data this Olympic Games. India had the most circle penetrations. Most, like sometime even double than even the top teams like Germany and all that. But your conversion has been so
was
poor, whether it's penalty corner, whether it's field goal. So overall India, and now the issue of fitness and running around up and down, all of that, that's all been sorted.
Yeah.
I love this guy. We can see him right
Navdeep.
now. Navdeep Singh. There is a shot on Sports Today. Please check it out.
Yes.
When Navdeep Singh, the javelin winner, has been asked about his celebration again.
Yeah.
The interview that Shazia has done, in which he says कि आपके celebration का comparison विराट कोहली की बोल रहा है हाँ ठीक है वो सब ठीक है मेरी celebration देखो पर म्यूट पे देखो.
So khao maa kasam.
He is so sweet.
Yeah, sorry for it.
Yeah, he said sorry.
He's
And
a
there
very
is,
nice man.
he's just so genuine, like when you listen to him. Love him.
Really a cute.
Very honest guy. You can make out. He's an honest guy. I saw some visuals of him coming at the airport also when people
Yeah.
so happy.
No, even
That
sports,
tweet also.
sportsmanship also. When that Iranian got disqualified, he was the first one to go and comfort him.
Ah,
Yeah, very genuine guy in that sense.
Really nice.
good guy. Really like him. I want to meet him actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to meet Navdeep. Okay, what are we discussing?
So, March 11th was the last time India had played a test match. India versus England in Dharamshala. Since then, it's only been white ball cricket. 6 months and 8 days later, this is close to 188 days later, you're going to see test cricket return. Now, the topic we are discussing is Indian cricket, the stars that are going to come back, do they not have too much of practice? Are they going to be rusty heading into this Bangladesh series? The batting in particular? That is
I
the
mean,
topic.
I want to know from you guys, if you were a Rohit Sharma or a Virat Kohli, would you have liked some game time getting into the first test match? Because see, whatever said and done, we all know that India start as a favourite versus Bangladesh, but this time the Bangladesh challenge is real, you know that.
Yeah.
And doesn't matter the kind of pitch that you come up with, whether it's a spin friendly track, they have the personnel to deal with it. Even if you come with a good, fast, juicy pitch, then also they have the personnel to give India a challenge. So they're coming with the other thing is Bangladesh has played test matches, so they're
Yes.
coming in with some good form and also some practice. The thing is, I agree that while all of our big players have been, and I'm sure they must have been practicing, whether they are practicing in Mumbai or London or wherever else they are practicing, they must be doing net practice. But just the feel of a match, now you'll have a camp where everyone will turn up, but the camp will still be a net session only, net session will always be a net session. The first really match ball that they will face, whether it's a Rohit Sharma, whether it's a Virat Kohli, or whether it's a Jasprit Bumrah or a Mohammad Siraj bowling,
Yeah.
would be on the
19th of September.
first day of
Chennai.
the test match in Chennai.
For-
Is that ideal preparation?
For Virat, if I have to say, it
Yeah.
stretches back even further.
Yeah, because
he
he-
last played in January. So January till now is 9 months. He's not played red ball cricket at all. He's now going to face an attack which he could struggle. Spin plus pace. Spin in particular has been his Achilles heel. Let's not make any bones about it. That 3-year slump, he really struggled against spin. Sure, he kind of can get back. You know what was the major argument as to why these guys would not want to play too much of domestic? Rest, rotation, that's one reason. Second, they have accumulated so much game time and experience that we can just turn it on.
Exactly.
Now, does that argument hold what we did about a year and a half or 2 years back to now also? Or, because see, the question is only Rohit and Virat. Shubman's got what red ball practice in
Most of them
Dugout.
have got.
But I'll tell you the one issue is with, I agree that most of them have had practice, but the thing is, okay, let's look at India's batting order. Rohit and Virat we've discussed who've not had any
Yes.
game time, which is not ideal.
Yep.
There are still experienced players and they can, get going. That's another matter, but not ideal. Yashasvi Jaiswal hasn't got the kind of runs he would have liked. Didn't spend the
Yeah.
kind of time he would have liked.
30 and 9 in the Dulip Trophy
Correct.
match.
Would have liked to have spent
Yeah.
more time, right? He looked good in that 30, I agree,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying would have liked. Shubman Gill, not enough time.
25 and 20, whatever he did in the 2 innings. Yes.
Not enough time on the
KL
crease
Rahul.
as you would have. KL Rahul looked good in the second innings, I agree.
37 and 57.
Yeah.
He's that one exception. Pant also second innings, kind of.
7 and
But again,
61.
I'm not looking at the runs, I'm looking at the balls they face.
That's what I'm trying to say. So you look at your batting order, and now I'm starting with. So Yashasvi hasn't had enough game time, or could be rusty in that sense. Rohit, go to your number 3 in
Shubman.
Shubman Gill, not enough time. Virat Kohli, not enough time. KL, okay, 5, maybe the one exception. Rishabh Singh's not enough game
Not
time.
enough, yeah.
7, you'll have a
Aksar.
Jadeja, not enough game time.
Yeah.
8, you may, what if they're going 8, you may have a
Ashwin.
Ashwin, again, not enough game time in terms of batting. 9, you could have a Kuldeep, whatever.
Yeah.
Again, these are bowlers in that sense, so he is bowled a bit. But if your batting is still 8,
Yeah.
Ashwin, Jadeja hasn't played, Ashwin hasn't played, the rest haven't spent too much,
too
Rohit,
much.
Virat haven't played. So, are you then confident with your batting, putting up those many runs, and your 2 spearhead fast bowlers? Agreed, in Siraj's case, it was dengue
Yeah.
that he could not.
But he's at the
Bumrah is-
MCA.
No, that way the net
Yeah,
to everyone
yeah,
is doing. I'm saying just the game time. It's a different thing. No, even for fast bowler, they say that it takes time.
Bumrah
to
is an
get into the-
exception.
yeah, with him you have to play. But I'm just saying, can rustiness be an issue for the Indian team?
See, I feel even if firstly, whenever we have such a conversation, I go back to the time when you got in Ashwin for the T20 World Cup and Rohit was specifically asked about, switching formats and not playing a specific format for a very long time. What he said at that point was that such players who have been playing for so long, who have played for over a decade now, they do not need, in those sense, what we call the game time. All they need to do is it's the mental switch that they need to make, and they have that much experience that they have to. Firstly, I feel that I sort of agree with Rohit Sharma over there that players like Rohit, Virat, Ashwin, Jadeja, Bumrah, all these players just need to switch on. I know it will be a little bit, you would see that rustiness, but the transition, when they have that switched on and they sort of get their line lengths corrected and they sort of get into the test mojo back, then it's not going to be a problem. Secondly, I also feel it's not, I feel that this series as a whole, if we look at it, it's not that important. If we the larger picture towards it is the 5 matches BGT. So moving towards that, I feel this is the game time that the players are sort of going to look at.
Shashwat, I don't agree with this is not an important series.
No,
I tell
it's
you why.
important, but
No. I tell you why. Why? One, you've not had an ideal start under Gautam Gambhir in Sri Lanka. If you were, God forbid, if you were not to win this series, anything other than a win is going to be considered a failure versus Bangladesh. I think that will send ripples in Indian cricket. So this is a team that has not lost a home series for now good 12 years, right?
Yes.
So bigger teams have come, you've competed. So that is not an option. That this series is not important. I think that's not an option. The second bit that you're saying, where you're saying that experienced player don't need game time, they are experienced enough, they can switch between formats. To an extent, there is merit in that you cannot. But did you, and I'm just asking you, did you not notice a bit of white ball creeping in the way some of our batters were playing Duleep Trophy in that first round?
Exactly.
I did see that.
Which batters?
Yashasvi.
But Yashasvi plays like that.
No, you also saw certain
Rishabh Pant?
Yes, you saw.
But again,
but even initially with KL and all, when they got out, I thought that the deliveries that they could have, which is like your test mode, where did you put yourself in the test mode where you go into a shell. I kind of felt a lot of your other batters also, whether it's Shreyas and all, they're not in the team. But I'm saying in general, I could see whether it was a Rehan Parag, and maybe it's become a fashion and everyone wants to play that.
Chasing balls out.
Chasing ball out the off stump, going for your shots, there is a bit of residue of white ball cricket which is creeping in, and those are the little tiny bit things, changes. I agree that they are all experienced batters. They are good enough to, and people like Virat and Rohit have taken rest and come back and done well. But is it ideal? I don't know. Like I'm saying that in whatever profession you are, right, whatever you do, even if you're a runner, you're Usain Bolt, you're the fastest runner in the world, even when he's going for a big meet or something, he will try and do certain local level runs to just see where he is if he's coming back after. So that sort of a thing. Yeah, you can look at it the way that you are. That for him, for these guys, the local run, like for Usain Bolt, those local competitions, whatever he participates before he goes for a world championship, could be in Jamaica or some other chota mota leagues. For Indian cricketers, maybe Bangladesh series is that. You're treating it like that. But I'm not sure you can afford to take.
No, what I'm trying to say here is that players in general, we also here sitting, I definitely know that Bangladesh isn't that light a challenge, and it's not going to be an easy series in that sense. But you know that it's one, again, in test cricket, I feel that in a span of 5 days, it's about which team has the better quality. And even if you are down on day 1, down on day 2, you have opportunities to bounce back. So I feel of that happening, the possibility against the Bangladesh side is much higher, that somebody or the other would stand up and sort of get the team out of there and take you towards the victory.
No, that I agree. I don't think any one of us disagrees that India, no matter what, no matter if you got played or not, you start favourites. Why is it that we are putting India as favourites? Whether you put them as 2-0 winners or 1-0 winner, whatever, is because there are so much better team that even if you have a collapse or something, the kind of batters that you have, that rest of them collapse. Even one guy, plays a knock like Mushir Khan did in the Duleep Trophy, is good enough to take his team to a title, and you have enough like that in India. I completely agree. But I'm saying, when you are readying yourself for a season, it's a big enough season, do you ready yourself slightly better? If you're an Indian fan, I'm just saying ideal scenario. You put yourself, you are Gautam Gambhir. Both of you are Gautam Gambhir. Both of you. Would you have liked everyone to have played some Duleep Trophy? Would you have liked, maybe Duleep Trophy also, maybe another game or so, all of them, and then get into, or you'd be okay with the way things are happening?
Yes, I would have wanted all of them to play.
Even the bowlers?
Yes, even the bowlers. For one simple reason. See, you have been following a pattern of rest and rotation. Remember, there has been rotation, workload management and all. In these 2-3 years, that's been there. The schedule went totally awry because of COVID. Everything was pushed back. Everything was accumulated, and that is why you saw no breaks. This is the first time in your new normal that you've gotten a break, a legitimate break of 40 plus days. You could do whatever you wanted, okay? Now, I know that I'm preparing for a WTC series. There are no dead rubbers in WTC because we all saw last cycle also, it took you until the last test to ensure you sealed final. Here, India is not facing that case. It's either of Australia, South Africa or the others playing catch up to India. Fine. But you don't want to let that go. So, my batters are a concern. Whenever India have flopped, the batters have let you down. Virat has not played for 9 months. Okay? He's had a break for 40 days. What stops me from telling him that, okay, please, I know you played Sri Lanka, but got a 30-day break, come back and play one round so that at least your rustiness can go away. Virat's rustiness in tests has been far more pronounced.
But Shashwat is arguing that he may be practicing in better pitches, better conditions in London. So
No,
he
see,
won't be
you
rusty.
know what? My point here, the only point what I'm trying to.
But that's
mention-
not game time, remember?
Yeah. But that's what I'm getting.
Maybe the
to.
pitches in the Middlesex County would be nice
Yeah.
and even.
And
See,
better fast bowling also you might get.
Not necessary.
Conditions as far as
Conditions,
are
yeah.
concerned.
But you are going to be playing in Indian conditions.
And see,
When
look at all your...
Why not the West Delhi Cricket Academy? Why not?
possibility.
No, I'm just generally saying if you want to practice.
Oh,
They
why
can-
does he need to go?
Have
to
you been to West Delhi Cricket?
Yeah.
How the facilities are
yeah,
good?
facilities are pretty good, but then he has the stadium to himself. He can come and play.
Yeah, they would have organized a special net for
And
him.
not just that, in fact, you know what? In about just a week or 10 days, the Delhi probable camp for the Ranji Trophy is starting. So he'll have a lot of bowlers there who could actually bowl to him.
At Kotla.
Yeah, Arun Jaitley.
Yeah. The area is still called Kotla.
Yeah.
You can't change the
Yeah.
area.
No, but I just wrote that
So-
nobody would have take this clip and say that you still call Arun Jaitley Kotla.
That
You have been
area
far
is
too
still
cautious.
That ground is not called Firozshah Kotla. That
Yeah.
area.
Areas called.
So,
Probably the stadium has gotten a name now. but it's-
yes,
yeah.
correct.
But see, the argument is, I'm playing 3 different opponents against whom I have to get my record straight against. Bangladesh, I've struggled against spin. In India, I may get a mixture of pace and spin. Okay. Against New Zealand, I struggle against a certain set of bowlers there. The delivery that comes back in and all that thing. In the case of Virat. BGT, different conditions, but if you look at it, he does well against Australia. So let's discount that.
And you'll play one game there also once you head in.
Sure, but then see, even the quality of the warm-ups, even in Australia, it's now very subjective. Let us be very, very honest about it.
They're going to be playing against the
Prime Minister's 11.
But the thing is, Siddharth, for Australia, no matter how you play your warm-up game in Canberra,
Yeah.
you are still getting in with a
Yes.
with a red ball experience behind you. You've already kick-started the season.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Now-
I'm talking about now. When you're playing the first, you yourself said it's after months that
Yeah.
you'll be facing a red ball in a match situation.
Yeah.
Yes, net is another thing.
I agree. See, what would have happened if Rohit and Virat would have played the Duleep Trophy? I'm just giving a hypothetical situation. I do agree that he would have had that match simulation sort of a condition. He would have had that mindset of playing in a game. But at the end of the day, why we want them to play the Duleep Trophy? To have that mindset. Again, if Virat would have come in and would have gotten out both innings first deliveries, we still would have been okay with that, seeing that okay, at least he played that match. But all boils down to the mindset. What I am trying to say is that Virat Kohli is somebody who's of that sort of experience. For him to switch on, I feel that he doesn't need that sort of a Duleep Trophy. I think to switch on, I think whatever he will do will be sufficient, and he knows himself very good, absolutely fine. And I think he'll prepare accordingly.
Rohit Sharma,
Same for Rohit Sharma.
See,
both are exactly
Yeah.
same.
that
No, they would know how to go about there.
see that mental switch on in the case of Virat Kohli has come in white ball cricket.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about red ball cricket. The stats and the numbers and the performances don't back it up with it. I'll tell you why. Whenever he's taken a break, you may cite the example, oh, but he didn't pick a bat in for 1 month and he got back to form in white ball cricket by hitting that 100 against Afghanistan. We all cited that as a turnaround. But test cricket is a totally different beast altogether.
Yeah.
It can make you mortal. That is why Root, who was the laggard of the Fab Four, he played county cricket. He had time to ensure that he did it. He got match practice simulation. He's now the leader of the Fab Four. Kohli was on top of the Fab Four in test match cricket along with Steve Smith. Now those two are the laggards. Smith, because of the decision to open, he messed it up. Kohli, he's not yet gotten the mojo back for 3 years in test match cricket. We know the 186, but we know the conditions and the circumstances it's coming. Rohit might be an exception to the norm because I think he's in the Shami mold. He knows when to switch on.
No, but how can you allow that leeway to Rohit and not to Virat?
For one simple reason. I think Rohit has demonstrated in the past that he can do it. Even after a break, he can do it. Because, see, he's now making up for lost time in test cricket.
But Sidvi, to that counter, my counter is that even though Virat, when he was playing test cricket continuously, he wasn't getting the runs. So, I feel that even with that...
No, but then that can't be excused. Now, it's like saying, मैं पढ़ाई करके भी मेरे नंबर नहीं आते तो मैं बिना पढ़ाई के जा रहा हूँ. You can't do that.
See,
what I'm trying
So
to say
if you no, but that's if he was not getting runs even while playing continuously, then what do you do? What do you do? You say, okay, now I'll stop doing it. No, you work harder towards it. No, unless you need a break, which he did.
Yes,
but he's not in the mindset to be taking a break.
See, Virat is, I'm sorry to use this analogy, but Virat is Raju Rastogi. Rohit Sharma is kind of Ranchod Das Hanchad. He can study till late. I mean, Virat has to study, then do it. Rohit, मैं last घंटे में पढ़ाई करूँ, I'll get 90.
No.
In the sense of turning on.
No. That Virat, by the way, has said it himself. I asked him in that interview, which is on the on YouTube, but for a different platform. But that thing went viral.
Still on YouTube.
Yeah, where I asked him about Messi and Ronaldo, which Virat really explained very well. And I think to extend your point that he said that it's not that people thought that he doesn't like Messi. He says, I can't relate to Messi because Messi is blessed with talent. He is God gifted. So he can go and do the magic. Whereas Ronaldo is not God gifted. Whatever he's done is he's worked really hard. He's put in the hard yard. And I relate to it because I'm exactly like that.
Yes.
I have to work really hard. I have to grind it out, put the hard yards, then I do well. So to that extent, you are saying that in Rohit's case, he doesn't need to work hard. Which by the way, Virat has said about Rohit himself that he's blessed with talent, has that extra second and a half to look at the ball. So you're saying so he can then turn on quickly,
and
Virat will have to put in the extra.
Because look at
is that what you're saying?
Yes, the intensity with which Virat goes about his game, he has to work triply harder. In Rohit's case, he can actually turn it on quite easily. It's a tribute to him. I'm not dissing Virat at all for this. I mean, it's a tribute that for 16 years he's played with that intensity. He's maintained the standards are here. Rohit also is right up here, but then he's like, okay, I have to face the first ball. Okay, no problem. I'll just turn it on. Same like Shami. Shami can also be like that. He's a World Cup to World Cup. He doesn't play for that many bilaterals also. But look at the mentality that is there. He can really go about it.
Oh, same for Bumrah. But throw the ball in his hand and let him do the magic.
I don't count him in human beings anymore.
Alien?
He's a bowling machine.
No, he's a freak.
Bowling machine.
He's
a
a
bowling
freak.
machine, so people can bat against very easily.
That's when you set the bowling machine line on. And there's this feature in the bowling machine where you can sort of have that which can change the line in length every ball
people will play
machine.
machine.
See,
He's not a machine.
Bumrah is a freak. He's a freak of nature. And see, if his body holds, and luckily this is the best period of fitness that he's had, 1.5 years. Touch wood. Now he has to play maybe 7 out of the 10 grueling tests that's there in the series.
5, 6,
I mean, I would want him to play all 10. Especially, okay, if not all the home tests, I would want him to play all the 5 BGT tests. Because if Bumrah plays all, then and only then I think India are making it a hat trick of wins in Australia.
No, but what just I am trying to say here is that even though Virat would have, you are saying that Virat should have played test cricket, more red ball cricket going into this series.
The one match at least that he could have got it.
Again, Sidvi sir, what that would have changed is that he would have come into the zone of test cricket. I feel he doesn't need that match to, sort of see again with KL Rahul, Shubman Gill. These are the players who sort of still have a lot of cricket in them. For Virat and Rohit, that isn't the case. If they are sort of in the fag end of their career, you don't know how many more test matches will they actually go on to play. It could be 10.
But why do you club them together? I think there could be a difference in terms of how many years they continue to play in Rohit and Virat's case, isn't it?
Yeah.
Firstly, Rohit's 2 years elder.
What I'm trying to say is that both of them are sort of have the same sort of experience. That's why and both of them haven't played going into this, and I feel that to switch on moving ahead, it's going to be the same. What Sidvi sir is trying to say here is that they would have at least gotten into that zone. They would have had that little bit of game time playing the Duleep Trophy. But the end result for that is that they should be switched on for the Test series coming up.
They will be 100% switched on. How can a player as driven as these two not be switched on? But sometimes you're switched on. Your body and hands have to answer to what
Muscle
your mind
memory.
wants to do, no? Your body and hands, like I can go really charged up into a game, but whether I score runs or not depends on that day. If my feet are moving, my hands are moving, if I'm sighting the ball well. Those are things that are
Look, this
beyond
is a probability, okay? This is a probability that could happen. When you are coming back from not a forced break, but a natural break, perhaps your instincts, your muscle memory and all may take some time to kick in. Why wait and take the risk for 2 WTC games when I know I might get an answer by playing one of the red ball games that were there for you? The BCCI had to do a 180 degrees yet again. You have to play, but then suddenly 3-4 days later they say, no, you have to make some exceptions.
See, again, why I'm again and again trying to say that these games could be the lead up towards the BJT and these games could be that sort of getting into the mojo of Test cricket is because I feel that I don't think that both Virat at least would have been playing this Test series if this dictat wasn't there from Gautam Gambhir.
No. I do not.
Yes.
Now he has let go of T20s.
Yes.
They
and
aren't
you're not
going
playing
to be
too many
ODIs. He's not going to be sitting. Now I think you will see. And if Virat is as driven as he always is towards number of milestones that will be coming his way, I'm not saying he's playing cricket just for those milestones, but if they come along the way, why wouldn't he gladly take them like anyone of us would? And he should. If he's not going to be missing too much, unless of course he's advised medically if there is a issue with the fitness or back or whatever, then I don't think he's going to be missing. Okay, just to move on, I don't want to restrict it just to, why should it just be about Virat and Rohit? Yeah. What about the others? Are others giving you confidence? Is a Shubman giving you confidence? Is a Yashasvi giving you confidence? Is a KL giving you confidence? Is Rishabh Pant giving you confidence? What about the runs from Jadeja, Ashwin? Do you have confidence in the rest of the Indian batting?
Out of the first round that has happened in the Duleep, KL gives me the confidence. This is typical KL, yes. So he gives me confidence. Pant gives me confidence. Like, yes, first red ball game after 2 years, he showed glimpses, but tougher tests await him. Gill, it's not new with him. He started off slowly even against England. Yashasvi, I'm not too bothered because I think that's the way he plays. The way he plays, it's on a razor's edge. It may work someday, it may not work the other day. I'm not bothered about all of them, but yes, if you look at it, Jadeja didn't play, so he may be rusty. Ashwin, I think he can turn it on. He only plays tests at this point in time. So, overall, I'm happy with the Duleep performance of all our India contenders who are there at this point in time. Axar too was the one-man show in the Anandpur game.
If he plays, he could be the third spinner ahead of a Kuldeep.
As far as bowlers are concerned,
Kuldeep looked rusty.
Getting the batters, just as far as the bowlers are concerned, I'm not too concerned about the bowlers because I feel these are the wickets where everyone has been, Indian wickets, every Indian bowler automatically knows. And it's about getting the right line and length.
But you just heard, from Litton Das, I don't know if you read the interview, where he spoke about that, see, look at how they are preparing. And that's what I'm saying the difference. He said that we have won that series. So we've played in similar conditions, subcontinental. We have got red ball practice. But there's one thing that's going to change is from Kukubara to SG ball. And we have to adapt. So all I'm saying is that similar for our Indian players as well, though they'll be practicing with the SG, but if you come from white ball, the white ball is different from the Kukubara to the SG. So there are a few changes you'll have to make, though I agree that in India's case, majority of these players have been born and brought up on SG balls, whereas for Bangladesh, it is still slightly alien. You only get to use them when you come to India. That's the difference, sure. But look at how they are looking at every nitty gritty, every
Yeah.
minor detail.
But with bowlers, what I feel is that they know what the right line and length is for the for red ball cricket, and for white ball cricket it's definitely different. So
No,
I think
you
they
may know, but execution
No,
takes
that's what I'm saying. Even if they're having time in the net, I feel that is for bowlers. That's why I feel for bowlers, if they're the more they bowl, yeah, of course, having in the match situation, it's different. It's about how you use your ball, how you counter the batters. But even if the Indian bowlers are bowling in the net, the more they bowl, I think the more they'll get used to it. With the batters, that's not the case because it's totally different as far as nets and match is concerned. Batters, again, I feel every batter is going to be a little rusty and will have problem in the beginning to adjust. Even Rohit and Virat, what I was before this trying to say was that one game would not have changed anything. But still, I feel they are going to be rusty. Yashasvi, Shubman Gill, I think it's high time for Shubman Gill also now to actually stamp his authority and sort of,
No, but he did in the England series.
But again, see, the
last series he was pretty good.
He was good in that. Yeah, he was pretty good. But again, if you talk about that one standout performance all throughout that series, if I remember the innings of somebody, that is Yashasvi, not Shubman.
No, sure, but you're not, just because X has done exceedingly well, you cannot say the other hasn't.
But the comparison and how highly rated Shubman Gill is in Indian cricket, I'm talking about with those standards. I think it's time for him to sort of have those many runs and those many consistent performances. So for him to adjust, I think it's it's going to be really important right now. He should have played more red ball cricket heading in this tournament, but of course there was no more red ball cricket.
So you based on that assumption, see on what happened in the Dulip also, right? Part of it. That's what we wanted. If Virat had failed, then okay, then this is a sign that okay, this is the one area that we have to work. That might be sorted out at the NCA. Rather than him failing in the first test or the second test and having a pretty below par series.
And the other thing is, like you're saying, one test or one game or whatever, you got to realize, I mean, you may be taking this series lightly. I wouldn't want firstly it's, WTC cycle, everything is important, but I'm saying the difference is that one test will make a huge difference.
Yep.
It's just a 2 test match series. You slip up in one test match, there is no, see, India has slipped up. You remember the series against England. Yes. So, you've slipped up 2017 against Australia, 2021 against England. You slipped up to begin with.
Yeah.
Even against Australia, the BGT last, and then eventually, you found yourself in trouble towards the second half and you prepared that pitch. So, there have been times that you've slipped up. So, here, if you slip up first test match, there is, at best, then you can draw.
Yeah.
So, it's a short series. That's why I said, preparing for this series slightly differently. I'm just trying to put myself in Gautam Gambhir's shoes. If I'm there, while I completely trust and I'm blessed as coach to have players like Rohit, Virat, KL, all of them in my batting lineup, Rishabh Pant included, Yashasvi, Shubman Gill, it looks like a fantastic batting lineup. Start as the favourite. But if I'm trying to prepare for something, I don't want to leave a single thing to chance. I want to prepare everything. Like whenever we do something, you want to prepare for it. And my ideal preparation would have included whether it's a match or two in Duleep Trophy or some sort of cricket, it would have given me some confidence going in. Okay, they've sorted out, they're in touch with red ball, they played a match or two. Now let's go 2 innings, good enough. We can sort this.
Even if they would have planned 2 Duleep Trophy games beforehand, that would have been, I think, a different scenario because then 4 innings would have sort of made it double.
That's semantics. No, 1 is better than 2, but then 1 is also better than 0.
Yeah.
So anything you can look at. Let's take a few savals.
Yeah. So, a lot of stuff happening in the Dulip at this point. That's why it would have been so much more better had those 2 also come. So much more better. There would have been greater context also.
Ishan Kishan.
Yeah, 100.
100.
But playing for India C, when he was initially for D. ये क्या हो रहा है?
Okay. First question is Mahip Dangage saying, Nikhil sir is viral these days and for good reasons. Yes, that is courtesy political warriors on social media. I repeat, I have no political, when I did that video on Vinesh, I did not, and that's I think the good thing about being a sports reporter. When you report on a story, you are not looking at it from a political lens. What happens when you report on politics? That you are either pro-government or anti-government, and then that comes into your report. That's the good thing with our sports journalists is we do not look at a story from that lens. We look at it from a sporting story. Yep. The only reason I did that video because I was there and there are certain claims that she made which I knew weren't true, so I did it. For those of you who are congratulating me because you like the narrative I've taken because it favors one party, then please, I want to clarify, I'm not doing it to please them. For those of you who are hating on me because you think I'm taking side of one political and trying to diss the other one, please do not, because my intention is not to also diss the political party. Only intention is her things coming out of her mouth. What is true, what is false is false. In that video itself, there is a claim that she makes which I think is right, which I've said, but the viral clip they've removed that. They've only used the claims that. So for my point again, which I said yesterday, do not watch the clips on social media. Check the whole video on
Sports Today.
You can put it on Lead Today.
Well, you can put it or whatever, that's another thing, but at least it tells you the truth. Anik Sarkar is telling you safe.
Yeah.
If you said Rohit can turn on better than Virat, so before 2020, can you say same thing about Rohit? Because Virat had bad form since 2020. You easily say that. Give total perspective and not your biased perspective.
But this is not a biased perspective. I mean, see, is the sample size on Rohit big enough that I can gauge? Rohit and Virat have played a lot of test matches together post 2020. You look at Rohit's return to test cricket started around 2019, the South Africa series. Virat at that time was at his peak for 6 years when Rohit wasn't there. So I have to use post 2020 only. Everything pre 2020 I can't do it. That is the entire perspective. I'm not saying it in a biased way, but it's proven ever since 2020 onwards he's turned on far easier. Virat's test form has slumped. That is the fact, no bias in it.
Okay, Sarat Chandra says, Nikhil sir, I think they would be little rusty. He's answering to the question we put out. We like your perspective, whatever your perspective is, we like to read your comments. Sarat Chandra's perspective is that I think they would be little rusty, maybe day one of first test, but it won't be a problem. From New Zealand series, they will be well-oiled and will be in destructive mode, and it happens with others too. So 2-0 loading. Sarat Chandra, I agree. We're not looking at New Zealand. My point is, why are we even looking at Bangladesh being that practice series? It's not a practice match, It is a proper test series which is part of the WTC cycle. So in your own words, Sarat Chandra, you're saying they'll be rusty. Is that ideal scenario for me? Maybe not. Okay, Bangladesh, a relatively easier opposition than any other opposition that you may think, but Bangladesh at the moment,
They're in the top 4.
Yeah, and they aren't pushovers that they used to be a few years ago, right? They're coming with good form. I still feel India favorite. You ask me to make a prediction, I may also pick 2-0 like you are, but not ideal. And if there is a slip up here or there, you go 1-0 down because you're taking one test match to get ready, there's no coming back. At best you can draw. You know how many teams have come and drawn series in India? Can you imagine what that would be?
Yeah.
Can
When
you
was
imagine?
the last time a drawn series happened in India?
Exactly.
11?
No, you lost only 12.
2-1 you lost to England. That's it.
Uske baad only one. Imagine. And if Bangladesh, what a series it will be for Bangladesh. Nobody is going to then say that, oh, let's give them some leeway. Indian batters were rusty. Maybe by the time they reach second test, they hammer them. But if the first test is gone, end of the day you'll remember 1-1 only.
1-1,
And nobody will give that leeway. Okay, first test. That's why.
Exactly.
Silly point is saying, Nikhil, in this year's BGT, if head opens, he will either be a big failure as he has scored most of his runs against old ball, or he will show Rohit what intent and selfless cricket actually looks like. That's going to be a big gamble if head. But is he going to open?
No, see, there is Khwaja.
But with Khwaja, who will open?
That is the thing. Either
Not
it could
Smith
be
for sure.
No,
not
not
Smith.
Smith.
That'll be
Because
foolhardiness if that happens. So it could either be Marcus Harris Green,
Yeah, it could be Cameron Green.
could be Cameron Green. So that's why Head will be your number 5, and India will have to stop Travis Head. That's the big thing at
Head
this
of
thing.
the snake. What?
Yes, you have to squish the head of the snake or something. Crush the head of the snake.
Crush the head.
Yeah.
Okay, Rahul says Travis Head is going to be the most dangerous threat for India in Border Gavaskar. Oh, many questions for Travis Head.
Yep.
Because
Because he's hit a very quick fire 50, na?
He hit 30 runs of Sam Curran.
I don't even have to see that for Head. As an Indian fan.
There is a date 140 crore Indians don't want to remember. From November 18, they'll directly November 20.
No, but also the WTC. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not only in white ball.
Red ball also, but then see, in that November 19th match, it crushed a whole soul of India at that point. So
Yeah. Okay. Akshit Tyagi says, Siddharth and Nikhil, if you were to play gully cricket, what role would you be picked for? Have heard Shashwat name from the West Delhi circuit, a fast bowler turned off spinner who bats down the order as finisher. He is not a off spinner. He is a medium pacer at best.
yeah,
Gentle medium he bowls. Very
Dibbly
gentle.
Dobblies. Daryl Mitchell like.
No. Very gentle medium.
Why does this person know so much about me?
Because he's your friend from Canberra.
Exactly.
Canberra.
I'm getting to that only.
He will get to see the practice match.
Yeah.
Lucky bugger.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
So yeah, okay. What role would you be picked for in gully cricket? Answer the question.
I would be a wicket keeper.
Wicket keeper.
Wicket keeper.
Gully cricket. So in gully cricket you can do.
You are an all-rounder.
Open the bowling, open the batting. Simple as that.
He is the same person who's been giving you chole bhature suggestions from
Ah.
other accounts.
From other accounts.
Yeah.
But Chole Bhature has really caught our
And I was
imagination.
talking to him today. He was telling me it's the perfect time. The dugout is at the perfect time. It's 12 here. So I'm about to sleep. I just tune in and I just
Order Chole Bhature.
and sleep. Having
Oh my. There are Chole Bhatures in our office tomorrow.
yeah. I think they're
Friday the 13th.
Inspired by.
I saw that today. I was passing by and I saw that and then I turned back to see that what a big coincidence is this.
Okay, Kevin Abraham is saying who would be your player to watch out from either side for the India versus Bangladesh. Let's go. Pick one. I'll go. For Bangladesh, Litton Das. He's troubled after that 138 that he got. Plus, I remember his knock in Adelaide. Almost, but he knocked us out.
Yes.
He's always, of course, there's going to be Mushfiqur and so on and so
For
forth.
me, it is Mehdi Hassan Miraz.
Mehdi Hassan Miraz, good one.
I'm going to go with Nahid Rana.
Fast bowler.
Fast bowler.
And I feel he's going to be a real big threat to a lot of batters because the kind of, firstly, the speed he has on Indian wickets when on day 3 or day 4 during the second innings, that bounce and that action could, sort of give that uneven bounce to him and could be really helpful for him. So I think he could be that person who could trouble the Indian batters this time around.
What about the Indian player you're going to pick?
Rishabh Pant for me. Back after 2 years.
Good one. Good call. For me to watch out for. Tough one. Really tough one.
You can pick Shashwat.
I'd also go with Rishabh Pant.
No, I could have also, but he's picked, so I want to pick
Okay,
something else.
okay.
Any other player that you want. So that there's a bit of variety. I'll go KL Rahul then.
Good one.
I'm just thinking, are they going to play 2 pacers or 3 pacers?
2 most likely. Go with 2. Safer bet.
Then 3 spinners. Then I'll go with Kuldeep.
Kuldeep.
Yeah.
Looked a bit rusty.
Yes.
But I still will just
Yeah, sure.
push
Yep.
it on.
Okay, done. So next one we've got Priyanshu. He says, Sidvi and Nikhil sir, who will open for Australia in BGT? Head and Khwaja would have been better if both played. Pele Links will collapse now. So we've already discussed that, right? Who would be? Anshu saying, Sid sir, bronze medal winner Aman, who told Rahul sir that he is the biggest fan of Jethalal.
Tarak Mehta
Finally, he
Ka
got to
Chashma.
meet with living legend Dilip Doshi sir, who made entire world laugh for last.
Yeah, we have
did
that.
that video that day only.
We did that video.
Why is he remembering it now? I don't know.
Maybe he didn't get to address it to me directly. Since I'm a
Biggest,
TMKOC fan.
yeah, biggest fan. Deepu is saying, Siddharth, you claiming that Rohit can turn on, but I never see that Rohit can pick up from any first test match of the series, maybe home or away. Sid sir, your opinion is not factually correct. Go. Both, he's saying both Rocco are rusty. So he's not either Viratian or
Yeah,
Rohit.
he's not. But then, I mean, I don't know. To maybe each his or her own, I'm claiming it because of what I have seen in 3 years. Not overall. 3 years.
Okay. Naidu is saying Shreyas Iyer bailed out in the last series against Bangladesh in Bangladesh. That's true.
Yeah.
Shouldn't take them lightly. That's a good point. And no Shreyas to bail you out this time.
Yeah.
That's why I picked KL to do it.
KL will do it, yes.
Somebody will have to bail you out if
Yep.
you're in trouble.
Indeed.
I think
indeed.
it would be Rishabh Pant.
Pant also, good point. That's
Yeah.
why he's picked Pant. Okay, Rahul says, I have a feeling we are going to see our first woman leader in the world in Kamala Harris. He's just taken a different route, digressing. Possible. She won the debate fair and square
Yeah.
with whatever I've read about it. Trump's best argument was that immigrants are eating dogs,
Oh.
and he got panned for it. So yeah.
This can be as ludicrous as. And by the way, we are.
But
going
the
to
thing is, his supporters love him for being ludicrous.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So he's
Exactly.
actually appealing to his.
His audience.
By the way, Rahul, if Kamala wins, she won't be the first women leader. I mean, you've had 4.
No, president.
Even president, if you look at it. I mean, there was
Arey bhai, US president.
US, but then I'm saying
Of course.
women leaders,
Of course, Sri Lanka. The start.
Sirimava Bandaranaike,
First one.
then Golda Meir in Israel,
Yes, then Indira Gandhi.
Indira Gandhi.
And then Hasina.
Sheikh Hasina, and also
She's here only
Khaleda Zia.
These days also.
Khalida Zia. correct.
Opposition also in
Yes,
that way.
yes.
And of course in UK, Margaret Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher, exactly.
And in Germany, you had the Chancellor, she was there for
Merkel.
Angela Merkel.
Merkel, yeah.
Merkel. Italy,
And Italy, how can you
Melanie,
forget?
Giorgia Meloni. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
so
why.
Many,
Many
but he's
women
talking
leaders.
About,
US.
Yeah. US.
America,
That will be
For
monumental.
them, for him, Vishwaguru is somebody else. For you, it's somebody else.
Oh, and how could I forget New Zealand, Jacinda
Hey.
Ardern? Yep.
Jessica Ardern, yes.
Jacinda Ardern. Yep.
Okay, Nietzsche, any more? Nothing? We can wind up. Okay, Deepu has put Taijul Islam as his trump card. That's an interesting
Yep.
pick.
Taijul, he didn't play in the Pakistan series, but he was the one who troubled Virat Kohli the most.
Even Tuscan for that matter.
By the way, good point by Kevin Abraham. For those of you who are saying it'll take time, you're looking at the form that he did not show. Forget the Ahmedabad test, flat condition, everyone got runs there. But his scores after that for West Indies versus West Indies and South Africa are also good. Why are you not
Yeah, I
putting that
mean,
into?
I am told.
in that second test, which was an absolute abomination, he was the only Indian guy who
Then-
scored well. But
then-
prior to that also, even West Indies, see, by his unfortunate high standards that he set, everything that is not 100
41
is
average.
deemed as a
Yeah.
failure. No, he's below 50.
He's 41 right
48. Virat.
No, we took
Yeah,
out
we
41, but depends, your cutoff could
The
be
last,
different to
yeah.
our
Ah.
cutoff.
I'm saying his overall average in
Yeah,
tests.
overall average.
No, not
We're
overall.
talking about last few.
Two odd years.
41, yeah.
Okay, we have Danish Rehman. He's saying, is there any matchup you are waiting for India versus Bangladesh? Yeah. How about,
Ashwin versus Shakib for me.
yes. How about Virat versus
Nahid
Miraj?
Miraj, yes.
Yeah.
Or Taijul.
Or
Or
Taijul?
Tuscan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but mostly spinners.
Tuscan
will
at
be
the
fun.
beginning of his career was a little.
Yeah, he was nippy.
Yeah, he was nippy and he was a little. Even Virat had a little issue. Personally.
Yeah, how about your young pacers against Rohit? Whether he'll take them
Yeah.
on and
no, I think Nahid Rana is going. A good matchup is going to be Nahid and Virat because Virat sort of.
no, but I'm saying I would want to see the
Shoriful
matchup of
versus
your,
Rohit.
your quick fast
Yeah, in fact,
bowlers
no.
and Rohit Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal attacking them.
In fact, Rohit could be the one who dictates how the test is going to be for Nahid Rana because if he takes him on, it's going to be interesting to see how, as a youngster, he bounces back. from that.
Shoriful versus Rohit. Young gun versus a veteran. But for me, Shakib versus Ashwin. Man, Ashwin's got
Rishabh
him.
Pant versus Shakib
Yeah,
could be interesting.
exactly.
Yeah, but left arm spinner to
He'll want
he
to
will.
take-
It'll be actually Mehndi Hasan versus
Rishabh Pant.
Of spinner to left
Yeah.
hand. And Rishabh on occasions has been troubled by off spinner sometime. He tries to attack them, so it'll be interesting taking the ball away from him.
Yep.
Okay. Have we left any? Abhishek Singh.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
Yeah, I think they are not taking the first test lightly. Once they win it, Bumrah will be rested for the second and maybe some batter as well. Then Bumrah will again play one test versus New Zealand. That
No,
seems to be the plan.
But that's something we discussed earlier as well. No
Yeah.
doubts about it. Definitely.
Yep,
That is
yep. Indeed.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, talking about Tarak Mehta, do you know the story about Sidvi sir and Tarak Mehta? Do the viewers know
Yeah.
Sidvi sir?
Everybody, I
Even
told
the
it 3
viewers.
times. that he tried for the role
Yeah, even the
and they
viewer
did
know.
not.
Yeah, they-
And he's a genuine South Indian, still didn't got picked.
Yeah.
Somebody who's not even that got
No,
picked.
but the viewers knew. You've told.
Alright, he's how else I know? He's,
No, he tells.
you have come
upstairs
here
also.
new, na? He's
No,
in
he
here.
tells upstairs also.
He's told here.
I didn't make the cut.
We can have a short chunk of that and then put it up.
I think we would have already put it. He said it.
Ages back.
You don't know about his Rakhi story also, so you don't.
No, I don't know the story, but I've seen it.
What is Raki? ये क्या है Raki? What is that? It's whitewashed from my memory. So, yep. So, I have nothing else.
Your wasp bite is okay now.
Ah, yeah. No fever, no nothing. I'm
So
totally
tomorrow the
fine.
match is getting washed.
Officially stamped. Red alert tomorrow. Anyway, in these parts.
So anything happened on the way to the stadium today? It was raining
Thank-
today also.
Yeah, you want every day I should have mishap or something every day.
No,
I'm not Jethalal, by the way.
no, I don't want that.
Okay, thank you, folks. You guys take care. Have a good weekend, which is coming up.
Action packed.
Friday it starts.
Yeah,
Weekend.
but
How-
action packed.
What is action?
Weekend of sports, as always.
Chess Olympiad.
Also Diamond League final.
Oh.
Oh.
2-day Diamond League final.
And you have
Avinash.
three people there.
Avinash.
Avinash, your favorite. Avinash and Neeraj.
Yep. And you got F1 also coming up. Chess Olympiad. It will continue until 22nd, anyways.
Tonight also. Till what time?
Hockey.
Hockey.
One day rest.
Tomorrow is a rest day. 14th is India Pakistan.
Whoa.
Yes. But
Oh, now there's a
now
big
no
gap.
longer.
But still,
Yeah. If it was the 90s, then yes, we would be sweating over it because Pakistan were the better hockey team then. Ah,
now
sad.
though hockey is kind
Yeah,
of finished.
hockey's finished.
Finished.
Cricket is also on the verge of that only. yeah, honestly.
Yeah, if you play in those concrete slabs in Rawalpindi, then
And they're
obviously.
doing nothing to help themselves. So.
Yeah.
No, there's a good advice by Gillespie. He said, stop this changing of captains and things, and you keep doing.
They'll change Gillespie only. yeah, that's the problem.
Even Kirsten could go.
Yeah, even he after the World Cup said that there are a lot of wrong things in his dressing room, but they sort of went after him only.
Okay, you guys take care. Good night.
Bye bye. Nandri. Shubh Ratri. Shabba Khair. Be safe. Eat your vegetables.
And don't rub it.
Hopefully hygienic ones. Bye bye.